Nets Nation? It's your boy AJ back again. It's been a minute, y'all. We're back. Make sure you guys hit that like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any breaking Nets news. So we got breaking news today, and again, I just want to start this video off by saying thank you for 11,000. We did 11,000 subscribers. You guys are showing so much support. I appreciate all support. Everybody that rocks with Nets Kingdom. Today we was about to go live today about the KD news, but we had some technical difficulties, but we'll be back. We're going to go live soon, y'all. We'll be back soon. But the news, KD, he has some demands. He put up the ultimatum. So let me read what the Shams report said. It said here, Kevin Durant Josiah flew to London, flew to see Kevin Durant, and they had a meeting. During the meeting, KD made some demands. He said Sean Marks and Steve Nash, he wants Sean Marks and Steve Nash to be fired. The meeting was described as transparent and professional with a clear message. Keep me or the GM and the coach. Wow. So it looks like KD is applying pressure. Now, we got some response. After a few hours later, Tsai issued a statement on Twitter expressing confidence in the front office and coaching staff. Quote, "Our front office and coaching staff have my support. We will make the best decisions, and we will make decisions in the best interest of the Brooklyn Nets." So the superstar who made many think is the game's greatest player had asked Tsai to trade him back on June 30th, hours before his 4-year, $198 million contract extension. So it looks like KD is applying pressure on Josiah. Now we look at where we are in an organization right now. We're getting close, y'all. We're very, very close to training camp. So it seems like, will Josiah fold and fire Sean Marks and Steve Nash? Now, 90% of the world believe Steve Nash should be fired. I think if you're watching this video and you're not even a Nets fan, everybody knows Steve Nash should be fired. A blind man will tell you Steve Nash should be fired. But there's some people out there that kind of hold hope for Sean Marks. There's some people out there that don't think that players should run the organization or players should have a strong influence in the organization. But to those people that think that, I just say, we are in the NBA. We've seen players all across the NBA demand trades. We've seen players get coaches fired. We've seen players request trades and get stuff done. We've seen owners do stuff for players so they can keep the players happy and they can win games. You know, this is the NBA. Unfortunately, that's how the NBA is run. The players have a majority of the control. It's not like the NFL where the owners have the control. It's the players in the NBA. Now, the CBA coming up agreement could change things, but as for right now, the players have most of the control in the NBA, in my opinion. But as far as us, now it's just very interesting that Josiah responded to the reports. He didn't even respond straight to KD because KD didn't say nothing. It was Shams that came out with the report. Josiah came on Twitter and responded to the report. So it seems like the Nets didn't want this news to get out. They didn't want this news to leak because it just puts them in a bad light. Now it puts the pressure on them. What's going on with Sean Marks and Steve Nash? We all know Steve Nash should be fired, but it looks like Kevin Durant's trade request was because he wants Sean Marks and he wants Steve Nash gone. Now, I talked about this earlier, and we've got some hints from Scoop B, so I just want to shout out Scoop B. All of Scoop B's videos, make sure you guys check that out on the channel. Scoop B hinted towards this. Scoop B told us that they wanted a new management. They wanted Adam Harrington back, KD's shooting coach. They wanted these certain demands. Scoop B also mentioned that Steve Nash and Sean Marks are a package deal. But a lot of people kind of criticize Scoop for coming out and saying that. And now we're here at this point where Shams are saying it. So now everybody just wants to believe Shams. It's like, y'all got to give Scoop his flowers, give Scoop B his roses, because he came out and was hinting towards this, but nobody was really thinking it was possible. Now, in my opinion, will Josiah fire Sean Marks and Steve Nash? That's the question. Well, it looks like, according to his tweet, we don't really know for sure. He didn't say that he's not going to fire them. He just said he has their support. Could this be a saving face tweet? Let me know in the comments. Could this be Josiah saving face? Maybe he is about to fire them, but he's just saying, just to put a statement out there if something goes wrong. Like he's just saying, I support my front office and my staff. Maybe he's just putting it out there. So it's just for public relations. Do you guys think that? Or do you think this tweet is just a clear statement like, listen, KD, you're out of here. I'm choosing Steve Nash and Sean Marks over you. Like, do you guys think that that's what Josiah meant by the tweet? There's a lot of different ways we could take this tweet, but in my opinion, I think I still have a little bit of hope that he could fire. Well, Steve Nash, Steve Nash is nothing. I think Steve Nash will get fired in a heartbeat. It's the Sean Marks part that I think might hold Josiah up because he doesn't want to fire Sean Marks. But in my opinion, it's like if you're winning is truly your religion, Josiah. You put all this money in the team. You extended up your payroll is out of this world because you wanted superstars here. You wanted the revenue. You wanted to win a championship. You wanted superstars here. So now that you're allegedly choosing Sean Marks and Steve Nash over one of the best players of that we've seen in NBA history, it's just a little confusing. How does that work for your money? Your revenue is gonna go down. KD and Kyrie, top jersey sales in the country. Top jersey sales in the world, maybe top 10. So you lose those guys, you're losing money, and not only losing money, you're losing what you're doing to the fans is heartbreaking. You put the fans through this mess of going back and forth, sending subtweets and subliminals, throwing out these messages through reporters. You showing you don't care about the fans. You're raising ticket prices for what? You're raising ticket prices just to choose Sean Marks and Steve Nash, and possibly giving away KD. It's like, you got to understand, this is a players' league. It's not. We're not gonna see another Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving this is a generational talent. Like, we're not gonna get another one of those guys ever again after this. This is what he has to understand here. We don't pay tickets as fans. We don't pay tickets to watch Sean Marks and Steve Nash. We don't pay jerseys. We don't get our jerseys. We don't get Steve Nash or Sean Marks jerseys or merchandise. That's not what happens here. It's about the players. The players. You have the best players on the team in the NBA. You're gonna win. We look at Popovich. What has Popovich been through in the Spurs ever since Tim Duncan, Tony Park, all his guys left? Do you see what happened to the Spurs right now? They're in a lottery. They've been in lottery talks for 4 or 5 years. So it's basically the best players. You have the best players in the NBA. You're gonna win. That's just how it goes. You can't just give away your best players. Think you can have a great team with mid or kind of low level guys. We're gonna be in lottery hell, and we don't even have our picks. So you're gonna throw us in the lottery, and we don't even have our picks. So it makes no sense. As far as, let's say you're let's say you're one of those fans and you're like, okay, so if Josiah did listen to KD, what are the options? This is what I tweeted out. I've been tweeting this out for a long time. We have an assistant GM called Jeff Peterson. I know a lot of Nets fans don't know who he is. Jeff Peterson has been the assistant GM for Sean Marks. He is director of scouting. He is the reason why our drafting has been so good. He leads the scouting team. He takes care of the drafting. Drafted all our young guys. He's been ever since Karis LeVert. You guys know we jumped to Karis LeVert, Jared Allen, all those guys. He's good. Jeff Peterson is one of those upcoming GMs where he could leave and probably find another GM job somewhere else. But if Josiah wanted to make a quick turnaround, Jeff Peterson is in the organization. He knows everybody. It wouldn't be a shocking move if Jeff Peterson was our GM instead of Sean Marks. It wouldn't be like, it's somebody else out of brand new. People are saying, who's going to hire? We have Jeff Peterson in the organization ready to take over. He's been under Sean Marks. He's probably watched Sean Marks every single day. He knows probably what to do as a GM. And then as far as coaching, we still have, I think we have 7 8 weeks until training camp. We could fire Steve Nash and start interviewing coaches like regular people. I know there's not a lot of coaches out there. My personal pick, I would like Sam Cassell, maybe Mike D'Antoni, interview Mike D'Antoni. I'm not sure if James Borrego has a job out there, but if James Borrego is available, I say we can give him a try. I know a lot of people said Quinn Snyder, but Quinn Snyder is not available. Quinn Snyder he's taking off time, personal time off. That's why he stepped down from the Utah Jazz. I think he's taking like mental health, personal, trying to be with his family this year. So Quinn Snyder is out the question. But in my personal pick, I think Sam Cassell is what we should interview and make our head coach if we fire Steve Nash. Sam Cassell has at least 10 years of coaching experience. He's put in hard work as an assistant coach. He's played for the Nets. He's a player. He's a coach that players respect. KD and Kyrie like him. I know people don't want a rookie head coach, but we chose a rookie head coach that's never coached before. Sam Cassell's been in the league for at least 10 years, 10 to 12 years. He's seen it all. He's played with good players. He's been on the court and he's coached, so he has experience. That's why I'm not afraid to give Sam Cassell a chance. Y'all didn't give Ime Udoka a chance, and Ime Udoka was never a head coach. He's been coaching for years too under Pop. Sam Cassell has been under a lot of coaches and great coaches. So it's like y'all didn't give Ime Udoka a chance, and he had coaching experience. So why not we can't give Sam Cassell a chance? He has coaching experience, and the players know him. But let me know in the comments how you guys feel. Which side do you think Josiah is going to do? Do you think he's going to fire Sean Marks and Steve Nash, or you think he's going to be like, to hell with you, KD, you're out of here, I'm trading you? Let me know in the comments. It's your boy AJ. Again, thank you guys for all the support. We'll be back. I'm out.